A wise man once said, "There is nothing impossible to him who will try, for either he succeeds or is killed by his angry Russian neighbors." My name is Koifish, and today we're answering the question on everyone's mind. How much land can you conquer in Crusader Kings 3 in just one lifetime? Using strategy, planning, and the power of friendship, Jarl Dyre the Stranger is going to see how big he can grow his realm before it's time to take the elevator up to Valhalla. We're going to be attempting some insane strategies in this video, like declaring war on a huge empire as a duke. So less talking and more conquering. Let's begin. Alright, here's the starting situation. We're playing as Jarl Dyre the Stranger, who's a really cool genius Viking and happens to be the son of Jarl Halfdan Whiteshirt. Though he doesn't really acknowledge us because we're a bastard. But this bastard is going to conquer as much land as possible, and it just happens that to our right, there's a huge realm, ruled by Khagan Manasses II. And as he's a fellow tribal, we can subjugate him. Now, this would be incredibly difficult, as he has way more troops than me. But on the flip side, if I'm successful, I have a huge landmass to rule over. But to even be able to declare this war, we need to have our fame level be one level higher than it is now. So we're going to have to get 1000 prestige to get to that level. Now, the three easiest ways to gain prestige as a Viking is to go hunting, go raiding, or to raise a runestone. And to be on the safe side, we're going to do all three of them. We'll start by hosting a hunt. And as we want to get as much prestige as possible, we're going to go with the most dangerous animal to hunt of them all: boars. Now, the best way to get a lot of prestige is to just bring it down ourselves. But that comes with a 19% chance of dying. But 19% rounded down to 0 is 0. So we're gonna go for it. And I managed to slay the boar with no danger to myself. Very good. That means that we can already declare a war on the Khan. But I'd like to have a bit more prestige. So we still have 2 methods to go. Now, we do raiding. And talking about raid, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. And Raid isn't just another mobile game. It's a deep strategy RPG with AAA graphics, endless content, and new events dropping all the time. But jumping in for new players can feel a bit overwhelming. That's why Raid is giving away 2 free epic champions to help new players crush the early game. Use my link in the description or scan my QR code and you'll get Drake, perfect for early game campaigns. And when you hit level 15, you'll unlock Talia, amazing for dungeons and boss fights. But that's not all. Use the promo code Monkey King and you'll get Sun Wukong, a legendary champion, all for free. This is a limited time offer, so don't miss out. And Raid's latest event, Alice Adventure, brings 5 new legendary champions: Alice the Wanderer, Cheshire Cat, Mad Hatter, Knave of Hearts, and the fearsome Queen of Hearts. Log in for 7 days and you'll get Alice the Wanderer, 14 days and you get a 2-star perfect soul to make her even stronger, all for free. And my favorite thing about Raid is that it's fully cross-platform, so you can play on your phone, PC or Mac whenever you want. It's the perfect boredom killer wherever, whenever. Available right there on your desk or in your pocket. I also like that you can team up with your friends and family in your own clan. And speaking of clans, why don't you join mine, the Koifish Cool Club, so that we can dominate Raid together. Click my link in the description or scan my QR code to start playing Raid today the right way. See you guys on the battlefield. Back to the raiding. We're going to go for my absolute favorite raiding spot, the Venetians. And by having us just drop down on their capital right away, they don't have anywhere to spawn their troops. This makes them very easy to pillage. And just like that, we've gotten not only some great prisoners that we can ransom back for a nice sum of gold, we've also gotten 91 raid loot. Now, raid loot is both gold as well as the equal amount of gold in prestige. Very good. Now we quickly return home with our ill-gotten gains, and for our little raid, we managed to get a whopping 200 prestige. Very good. And now, time to raise a runestone. Arguably the best way for Vikings to get not only piety, but also prestige as well as legitimacy. Now, to be able to raise a runestone, we need to have one of these: a recently deceased ancestor, a recent increase in rank, or a recently conquered territory. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Bully the Russian locals. We're just gonna raise our troops and run into his territory. And just like that, we've taken another holding. And that lets us raise a runestone. They cost 50 gold, but they earn a whole lot of prestige. And with that, my friends, we had laid the foundation for our great conquering. Dyre was now 24 years old and had gained himself enough prestige and fame to be able to declare his first proper war. Now, we could do this the easy way, conquering tribe after tribe to slowly but surely build our great empire. Now, that would be fine for an ordinary Viking, but Dyre is no ordinary Viking. He's a genius. So we are gonna go for the biggest piece of the pie that we can possibly get. We are also managed to secure some really powerful alliances, in the form of our two uncles, Jarl Björn Ironside and Jarl Sigurd Snake and I. We basically just asked our uncles to come help us. And together with the family unions, we were able to outnumber the Kagan's horse lord army almost 2-1. It would be difficult, but we had to take risks. You know as they say, no guts, no glory. And brother, I'm all guts. Declare the war. We start by calling in all of our allies. Now the biggest danger are these horse archers. They have insane damage bonus in steppes and plains. But if we can catch them in a jungle, in Russia, I don't know if we can find a jungle, that would be great. But in wetlands or mountains, then we'd be able to defeat them. And looking at the terrain map, there are actual wetlands nearby in Chernigov. So if we can get him to attack us here, we basically win the war. And here are our great and glorious allies. But the Kagan was nowhere to be seen. Was he going to let me subjugate him? Oh, no, there he is. He's in the plains. And we'd carefully move our troops in. But it seems my uncles had another idea, so we were just simply going to charge and hope for the very, very best. Alright boys, get in there! We were doing the exact thing we did not want to do, fighting the Kagan horse lords in the plains. But it does not matter how many horse archers we have, if we simply kill them all. And without the levies to soak up the damage, the horse archers quickly fell, and the battle was won. Seeing our advantage, we'd quickly get our fleet into the ground. Pushing our advantage, we would go to the tribal holding of Itil, a decisive strike at the throat. But the Kagan had captured my cousin, Erikr Björnsson, son of Björn, and the siege had been less than successful. We stole a banner, that's about it. We quickly rushed to get in, so throwing ourselves at his armies, charging up a hill nonetheless. His horse archers' capabilities would be quite diminished. And like so, we defeated them. And with one last push of a siege, we had done it. We had conquered Khazaria, going from a small jarldom to a massive empire in less than 8 years. Now began another challenge. Sure, we've conquered the land, but now we must pacify it. We were going to feast the realm of Khazaria into submission with a glorious great feast. And with the guest list full of my new vassals, this was gonna be a great time. Literally, King Dyre, you're 29 years old? What sort of party would you throw if you had all of these random nomads, Kagans, northern lords? I mean, I would at least have Kumis. And it seems that High Chieftain Ertekin absolutely agrees. With the feast completed, people could return home and be very merry and happy. And I could do the second thing I needed, a grand tour. And this would prove to be very useful as it subjugated most of the realm. And it also gave us enough lifestyle points to get the perk True Ruler. We have now secured Khazaria. High King Dyre is now 36 years old, and it's time to move on to step 3. Step 1 was getting the prestige. Step 2 was stealing Khazaria. Step 3 is the power of friendship. As through the power of converting to the Slovianska religion, combined with having my steward, High Chief Purgniepas, slowly but surely promoting cultural acceptance with the Russians, and a well-placed bribe, I am able to offer vassalage and have them join willingly. But why settle for bribing the Russians to get their country when we can become the Russians? This way, all of these people, and all of these people with East Slavic heritage, which happens to be quite a lot of the area, will like us even more. The Russo-Norse culture, or as we will call it, the resource. How resourceful of me. And because we are now one and the same, we can start vassalizing everyone, conquering a huge empire without, well, conquering. So far, Jarl Dyre the Stranger has only declared 2 wars, and we already control a whole lot of land, and it's about to become even more. Oh, the more people we become neighbors with, the easier it is to vassalize them. Look at that! And we reached the land of the Poles. Now, the cultural acceptance with the Poles is a bit worse, but nothing a little bit of cultural smooshing can help with. I'm just gonna help my cousin with this war, so I can become at peace. That should help me even more. And just like that, we are at peace, which means that we can found the capital of the Rus. Because we control the largest Russian and Slavic empire, despite being Danish, I think. Now, the more our powerful vassals like us, the better the approval will be when it comes to vassalizing others. It sounds very complicated, but really, I'm just conquering the whole world using friendship. Look at this guy, what a lovely hat. Here you go, buddy, here's some gold, and here's an offer to join my kingdom. And so, Khazaria is touching even more land. These people are a bit more stubborn. It's because we're not the rightful liege. But if I was to, for example, form the Kingdom of Poland, then I would suddenly become the rightful liege. Very good. And from here, the rest of the Poles are more than willing to join the rightful king. Yo, look at that! Oh my lord! That is a lot of land! And that's not even all of it. I want more. But if I was able to get in contact with, for example, Småland, I would be able to get all of my Viking brethren with me. Now, of course, I could convert back to the religion I once had, more or less betraying all of my vassals, but that's exactly what I'm gonna do. That's a genius idea, Koifish. Pretend to be one religion, milk all of the land, and then convert back. Let me just get all of these Russians in on my ploy first. We're actually going to pick up language scholars. I don't think I've ever picked up this dynasty legacy. Good googly moogly, dude, there is so much stuff we can just take. And I realized if we just do a quick dip into the Finnish religion, then, which I totally can, it wouldn't cost me that much piety to convert, then we could get all of the Finns to join us, as their acceptance is entirely based on me not being the religion. Holy moly! I'm just sitting here waiting for them to stop their wars, because of course we can't vassalize them when they're in a war. Only problem with that is there's a lot of wars in this region. If everyone could just be at peace. If I was to, for example, seize Denmark from this literal child by taking the Jarldom of Viking, which I will do. This isn't a pacifist run after all. I'll also host a funeral for my uncle, and now my legitimacy level is ordained, the highest it can possibly be, which means I can vassalize even more people, as my high legitimacy gives me plus 25, incredibly powerful. I'm now going to move into medicine focus, because I want this sucker to live for as long as he possibly can. Oh, and just like that, Pomerania joins the fold, and just like that, we've taken a bit of Denmark. And from the Jarl of Viking, we will be able to vassalize even more, as all of a sudden, our realms are a lot closer, and with a well-placed gift, we're able to vassalize Jarl Håkon Vagnsson of Småland. Alright, time to pick up all of these Nordic lords by simply converting to the Asatrue faith. Now, most of my people will convert with me, which is really good. And those that don't, I mean, they don't like me now. I doubt they're gonna like me later. Convert back to the Asatrue religion. Glory. And just like that, I can vassalize all of these people. This guy changes his mind so much, it's hilarious. And we will slowly snake up here. Ah, but we're blocked by Denmark. You know what? These Nords are just small-time fry. I'm gonna go for the east. Well, first the north, all the Finns, all the Sami, and then just plow through the Tengri before I can get to Kagan Sirgal. So without further ado, let's become Ukonusku. My fourth, I don't know, I've converted a lot of times. But this means we can start vassalizing a lot of these Finns. Damn, oh, it's going fast now, it's going fast. We just need a little bit more cultural acceptance, as well as creating the title of Finland. This way, it's very easy to convince all of them to join under my banner. This is so powerful. Look! All of Finland! Don't tell me I can get this guy to join too! That's so much land! Welcome! Oh, another one. Vologda. Is that big? It's that part. Big enough, I'll take it. I guess I could go to university, try to get some knowledge, and hopefully the better version of my lifestyle learning perk. I think that would be really beneficial, so I'm gonna try for that. Yes! Oh, would you look at that? Virtuoso Arbitrator that gives offer vassalization acceptance plus 25. We were able to get the upgraded education. Very, very good. This is going to make it a whole lot easier. Let the vassalization begin. And with these 3 perk points, I should be able to get something really good going here. I'm getting so much land accepted that I don't even know where it's coming from. But I'm slowly but surely taking over all of the map of counties I don't even share religion with. It's a world conquest, but without barely any wars. We convert to the Turmic religion. Most people join and it barely costs anything to do so. Glory to Numi Turum. This man has had more religions than most people have had underpants. Good for him. And that means we can start vassalizing right away. The Ural Mountains. You're all mine now. Oh, what religion are we doing this week? Oh, it's some sort of weird religion. He's gaslighting the Northern Ural people to join us as kingdom, you know. It just happened. Changed yesterday. Get with the times. Look at this map! It just started with Duchy. Alright, I think that's enough of the Uralic lords. It's time to switch over to Tengri and go absolutely crazy for the last leg of the journey. Convert to faith. I am now a proper Tengrian. And we can vassalize a whole lot of people. Oh my god. And they just give me women. I mean, sure. What a weird gift. I think we're almost done with these Tengri lords. I'd like to move in here because there's a lot of untapped potential. But there's so many wars going on, so I have to like wait for the wars to be over and then come in and snipe. I think that war's over. There's a lot of dukes and valis and amirs over in the Persian lands. I'm gonna go for it. This is prime real estate. So first, we're going to become Christians and convert to the apostolic religion. Most people won't join me. That's fine. Glory to God. I'm now a Christian, which means that these Armenians are more than happy to join. Very good. Who the hell? Who is Balaton? Wait, the Christians are willing to join just because I'm a Christian? No way. I'm getting this land too in Europe? That's ridiculous. I love it. And I can ask the Pope for gold. Thanks, buddy. No freaking way. No freaking way I'm just grabbing Croatia. That is so funny. I was going for the Armenians here. Now I just need a quick pilgrimage to earn a bit more piety. I guess we can go here. That should go pretty quick. All right, off we go. Because I am going to be making one more conversion. I know, they call me the heretic. I'm just waiting for these Armenians to be done with their war. And that just seems that they're done now. Perfect, join. Is this the first dangerous faction we've actually had? Interesting. It's because we became an evil religion. According to the heathens, it should be said. Koifish has no opinions at all, like that. Can't rely entirely on the pop-ups. There's a lot of things that you miss in that case. Like this guy's willing to join, but only if we give him religious protection, which I'm totally up to do. So that way, this strategy is a little bit micro-intensive. But I mean, the fact that you get holdings without declaring wars, I think we can look past that. Oi! There we go! A big one! Diyarbakir! And I think that's also the last of the Armenian lords. Fascinating. However, I'll stay Christian for a little bit before I convert to Islam, so I can conquer all of Persia. Here we go, a little donation to the Prince Vido. And then he's more than happy to join. That means that we have land in Italy. That is insane. And just in time to save our hide, we can get healthy. A medium boost to our health, and all of a sudden, we're fine. 60 years old and still kicking. Now with access to the Italian mainland, meaning we can vassalize Benevento. No way I'm getting all of Corsica. No way. It works! It feels like I'm cheating, but I'm not. It's just the game working as intended. You think if I were to conquer a bit of land here? Oh no, surely not. Come on, man. It works! It works! And whole of body, the perk we need to be able to survive just a little bit longer. Even if we're infirm, we can still rule. Here we go, usurp the Kingdom of England. So we're going to do one last conversion, assisted by the apostate perk, to make it even cheaper. And this time, we're going for Persia. I'm going to convert to the Ashari religion for a measly cost of 250, getting almost all of my vassals to convert with me. Very, very powerful. Alhamdulillah, glory to Allah. Listen, when we die and go to heaven or the afterlife or wherever we go, there's gonna be like 15 people waiting for us being like, hey, you can't just pick all the religions. But we can pick all of these vassals. Alright, multiple wives. Nice. What kind of socioeconomic problems am I creating by just handing out random titles to people? I don't know. I don't care. I'm just here to get land. Hey, welcome to the kingdom, buddy. I'm limited by land borders. I don't break that rule. So I guess we could do this. This basically just means that we can access these people. Hey, it works. It's just so good. Just make a little colony. That's a lot of land. Hey buddy, if you won't join, I'll make you join. This isn't like, you can't just decide not to be here, okay? This kingdom is mandatory. I fear that I am no longer long for this world. My health is ailing. I am no longer as strong as I used to be. We must quickly claim India. Those with sharper minds might have noticed that the quote I started the video with came from none other than Alexander the Great. And where did Alexander end his conquest of the world? If not in India, I think. Like someone has to fact check me on that one. But I think that's what happened. And India we will claim. Surely, as the river meets the sea, eventually we will conquer thee peacefully. I literally can't believe it. We made it to India. That's ridiculous. I'm not done. We become Wakism. And from here, we can vassalize the Somalis. Come here, Somali brothers, come. Oh my god. They recognize the Somali plight and they just join. How lovely. It just keeps going. We are making it to the end of the earth. I just want to take a look at the world. I mean, we started in Konungarder, just fighting local lords. Then we defeated the Khazarians and became them. And through our genius and might, and a whole lot of heresy, I won't lie, ridiculous amounts of converting back and forth religions, but we did it. We've damn near conquered the whole world. From the shores of England, to the fjords of Norway, to the great vast tundra of Siberia, all of the steppes, most of Persia, parts of Somalia, all of Italy, the lands of the Slavs, and India, and also, like the Himalayas, like the mountains, oh my god. Now there's only one thing left to do, dying. You see, I've conquered all of this on normal, bug basic, tribal, confederate partition, also known as Gavelkind. Meaning when I die, we're about to see some new empires. And at the age of 74, Jarl Dyre of Khazaria, or Jarl Dyre the Stranger as he was previously known, has given up the ghost. Now let's see the outcome. Alright, it's not as cursed as I thought it would be. It's still pretty bad. We made some beautiful new tsardoms. Gardariki, Italia, like Gardariki and Italia. But other than that, we more or less control all of it. That is very cool. Can we conquer the entire world in Crusader Kings 3 in one lifetime? Yeah, almost. And once again, a big thanks to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Be sure to click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen to get some great bonuses to get you started. Now, if you like this video, you're gonna absolutely love this one. It's recommended to you by YouTube directly, by its magical algorithm. So make sure to click it. It's an absolute banger. Alright, see you in that one. Bye!